Tin cans, weebs, and neckbeards. My name is Bricky. What are we doing? Putting war assets on the Volcano. And who are we doing it with? The Peacekeeper. She's a stabber, a shanker, knows everything to know about your kidneys. Wearing a metal mask as well as chainmail, boasting a short sword and dagger, which we shall nickname Bleed Stack, because now she can stack bleed, and we're all a little mad about that. So as a Peacekeeper, you are a fast assassin with quick moves and a high amount of bleed damage. Your lights are very fast, and the second chain light is even faster in the combo. Your heavies are rather slow, but deal extreme damage when one lands, as it can apply bleed afterwards. Your heavies can also be soft feinted into a bleed attack that always comes out from the top. As an assassin, you also have a dashing heavy attack allowing for damage in all directions and extra bleed after landing one. You also have your flex, which give you bleed as well. And for your zone attack, you have an extremely fast starting strike that goes into a slower, heavier attack, which can be soft feinted into a top bleed stab like your heavies, or feinted entirely. Guard break time. For guard breaks, if timed correctly, you can press light attack 3 times and get massive bleed damage onto your enemy. Or, if you're near a wall, you can stab them twice and throw them into the wall for a dashing heavy into more bleed. Do note, this does not work if you are too close to the wall. You need a little bit of distance before they're actually near the wall to make this work. For parries, parrying a heavy will let you get a zone attack of damage, at least the first part, and a light parry will get you a top heavy into more bleed damage. And that is the Peacekeeper. Small dagger, bigger dagger-ish, sword, whatever, and a ton of bleed. So how do you play the Peacekeeper? How do you liberate the Volcano? Well, with a lot more difficulty than you used to do so. So Peacekeeper was the generally undisputed best hero in the game for a very long time. And it was 90% because of her zone attack. PK's zone attack was so lightning fast, so low risk, so absolutely insane that you could just turtle up as Peacekeeper and just spam it whenever the opponent attempted to do anything. Some people call this an option select parry or an option select zone attack, where if the enemy tries to do anything, whether it be some form of unblockable or an attack or anything in between, you can just mash your zone attack and stop them in their tracks. You can technically still do that now, however, because it does less damage than before and because there are more turtle crackers than before as well, it's not as bad. She also saw pretty massive damage nerfs with her rework since they allowed you to stack bleed. Basically, they took out a lot of Peacekeeper's high damage to compensate for stacking bleed and gave her a couple mix-ups that all come from the top side. This, however, coupled with the fact that more characters becoming the Turtle Breakers now, make her less than amazing. Now, I barely saw Peacekeepers even when she was godly, because as good as she was really unfun to play. Now, she's a little bit more fun, but not as effective as you still barely see any Peacekeepers anymore. Honestly, if you liked playing Peacekeeper and you liked winning, you're probably out playing Shaman or something right now because PK just isn't as effective. Now, that doesn't mean she can't be used. She still does have a lightning fast zone and light attacks, solid feints and dash attacks, and a very strong guard break and a lot of strong parry punishes. But she just isn't what she used to be. Don't get me wrong, I'm okay with that because old PK was a nightmare, but I do still want her to be kind of fun to play anyway. Honestly, I think a really good change to help her out will be giving her the shaman type thing with her bleed. So instead of her soft feints going onto the top every single time, the soft feints can go from any direction she chooses, giving her good turtle cracking power and make her want to attack more often. This may just make her a discount shaman, but hey, at least it's slightly better than before. But until then, I guess I'll just stick to stabbing kidneys. So now, we gotta cover that fashion executions. Thank you to Lonely Obscenity on Twitter for his beautiful gladiator. I didn't know burgundy was my color. Now, unfortunately, my Peacekeeper isn't too high of a rep, so this is all I got. This Peacekeeper, that Peacekeeper, and that Peacekeeper. That's all I got, man. I don't play a lot of PK. For executions, we have the teeny shank, the belly ache, no head on your shoulders, handy, just keep rolling, spinning to win, like a glove, throat pain, and the hug of doom. And with that, we have our Peacekeeper done and done. Character can be sometimes fun, sometimes not. Depends on whatever you're doing. And the zone spam still reigns king, but I mean, hey, what can you do? Either way, she's a little healthier than she was before, and I'm thankful for that. So now we only have 2 characters left, the Centurion and the Lawbringer. I was kind of hoping one of them would get a slight rework before then, but I guess that's not the case, so oh well, I guess I'll have to deal with it. I tried. My name is Bricky, and damn it, she took my kidney. Bye-bye.